O tau nesunku buvo bažnyčiai smuikuoti? Ar yra skirtumas, kai tu mokyklai, kokiam renginyje koncertuoji ir bažnyčiai, kai tave pakvietė į šventę?
Nes bažnyčiai yra daugiau žmonių, o mokykloje yra visų mažiau žmonių, dėl to yra skirtumas.
And I think my first memory of a first concert that I did was my 4th birthday. Everyone sat down on the sofa and I was singing Whitney Houston to them, probably not knowing a single word in English, but I knew every single word. And I loved it. And I was like, yay, look at me, whoop, whoop. Yeah, center of attention, happy little child. So yes, I think it started with my parents in sort of childhood and yeah, their love for music and I picked it up. Well, I strongly believe that I heard this saying once that there's like 10% of talent and then actually 90% is work and the work that you put into it. And so I give thanks to God for the 10% of talent. And then for the people that he surrounded me with, the family that I had, and then the influences that I had, the opportunities that I had actually, you know, to begin with, you know, whether it was just being around my parents and seeing what they're doing, and then it was opportunities at school. You know, I was part of the choir and we traveled, you know, across Europe and places. So, you know, again, you get to be part of an art and people listening, and I think impacting people was a really thing again that caught my heart of how you can bring something and it can shift something in people. I really enjoyed that. I think as well as God speaking to me, I feel like God speaking to me and telling me that this is the year when I'm releasing this, you know, music. I realized that what a better way to teach my child how to trust God, how to go for it, how to be brave, how to believe in yourself, how to work hard at something and give it away and share it out, then do it. I want to show him that if he has talents, if he has dreams, if he has ideas, I want him to believe and go for it and try and maybe fail, but then try again. So what? Like, you know, you've tried. You might have audience of 1. That's okay. That's still a joy of art. There are so many artists who don't get the thousands and millions of dollars that your radio artists get, but they so enjoy their craft and creating the craft that it just doesn't matter to them. And so I'd rather he has that joy in life of creating things and believing his ideas and propelling them and moving them and working with people, collaborating and believing in himself rather than thinking, no, I'm too scared. Actually, it's not worth it. It's not going to be good enough, because I could be an easy perfectionist. I am a perfectionist. So I could just be like, not good enough, needs this, needs that, no, not ready. But I just want him to believe that, no, just go for it. What do you have to lose? Someone won't like it. Big deal.
Like Peter, you're calling me out of the boat.
Lord had commanded, so Moses obeyed. By fears and emotions not swayed, you're steadfast forever, knowing it all. I will go and I'll be obedient. When you call, I will answer yes. Oh, I'll be obedient. I'll step out of my comfort place to do what you want me to love who you want me to. Oh, I'll go where you want me to. All of my dreams, all of my life, all of my heart, Lord, you can have it all. All of my dreams, all of my life, all of my heart, Lord, you can have it all. I'll go where you go and I'll do what you do. I'll say what you say, Lord, I will learn from you. I'll go where you go and I'll do what you do. I'll say what you say. I'll take a step forward. I'll trust that you would make a way, 'cause I've seen you do it before. I'll be obedient. When you call, I will answer yes. Oh, I'll be obedient. I'll step out of my comfort place to do what you want me to love who you want me to. I'll go where you want me to. If you asked me when I was little, what I wanted to be as I grew up, I would have said a singer. So my career was going to go, I was going to be a singer. I spent more time singing than I did at school or doing homework. I would literally skip classes and then just do other fun stuff, whatever. So I did so much singing, and I had so many beautiful, rich experiences that really, put such a good base. And then when I was 18, I finished school. I came to England to do a Bible course. So that because church has always been a massive part of my life. So I was worship leader at church. So I was like, well, in order to do that, I need to know my Bible better. So I went to England. I did a year there, and then I stayed, found a university. I did a vocal degree. So I'm still thinking, okay, somewhat music. I really felt like God called me to serve His church. And so everything that I've learned, every experience that I've gained, every platform that I had, any lessons that I've had, I've finished a degree on vocal performance. So now then any knowledge that I have is to use it to build His church and to build the team that will be praising Him with their music, with their instruments, with their voices. And so it felt like a lot of my efforts were actually spent for my own music, not for my own benefit, not for my music career and things like that. And so there were times when I would have wrestled with that and thought, well, felt like we were going that way, but now we're going another way. But honestly, I felt called. And so sometimes it was a hard decision, but also there were times when I was like, no, it's just the right thing to do. Knowing what season you're in and what in the season He's called you to do, just so helps to stay sane and to therefore then wait your season. Because I could have gotten so frustrated in the years that I thought people were, I would have said, people were saying, you're wasting your time, you wasted your talent, you could have been this and this and that. I've had someone say to me, if only I managed you, you would have been famous by now. You could get so sort of like, well, God, but what, you said or whatever. But if you just know the season that you're in, it's just so much easier. Never, ever have I thought of myself as a songwriter. And I would have said, I'm either not one or I'm a bad one. I always would have thought, why doesn't somebody just write songs for me and I'll sing them? Because I find it really easy to connect to lyric and then portray that emotion, so I can step into your shoes, and then I'll easily tell everyone about it because I will find it easy to step into your shoes. So I was like, why don't other people just write good songs and I'll sing them? So I had to get out of that mindset and I guess overcome that mindset, because for some reason God was giving me songs and melodies and words. May they be fairly, simple, but they're approachable and understandable. Approachability, if that's even a word, is important. And so it still has an audience. There's still people that need a simple lyric that will still speak volumes. And so I want my music to provoke a thought and help, just help people journey with God, and journey with themselves, of how they want to do life, lead life, whether it's, in their marriage or relationships, or friendships, or just general life, or whether it is in their relationship with God. I want that to provoke thought. One of the songs that I wrote and that people are gonna hear is called "I Will Tell Them," and so it's about what are you gonna do? Like, Jesus has done so much, so I have to respond, and so hopefully that will capture people's heart, thinking, actually, yes, I have to respond to, another.
I am a servant of God. He called me to reveal His love. Now I will tell the world about Jesus, the living Son of God. I will tell them how He died on the cross, so we don't need to pay all the cost. And now we can live in freedom from sin if we believe that Jesus is all that we need. So daily I will set myself apart. Holiness is not my work of art, and I'll wait until I hear from you, pray until I see breakthrough. I give myself away, use me, Lord. I'll tell them how He died on a cross. from sin if we believe that Jesus is all that we need. Jesus is all that we need. Jesus is all that we need.
You can find many artists who, what they do in order to be creative is they will go somewhere, lock themselves in, not come out until they've produced something, beautiful. And I don't think I'm one of those. Yeah, so I think external. I honestly am best when I'm moving. So if I'm moving, I could be cleaning, but my brain is working. And if my brain is working, I just can get as creative as I want. But if you're just way too much stillness and I'm just like, I need to move. I need to do something. Yeah. Before lockdown, I used to come into the office every day. But I wouldn't go here every day because, again, I still didn't really necessarily think I'm such a good writer and whatnot. And songs don't necessarily come to me every day, that kind of thing. And especially then, it was less. It's only since I sort of started like building that muscle and really started thinking, just write, just see what comes, But I realized that you can just come here every day, and so I would just quietly sneak in, hope that nobody comes and nobody listens, and I would prepare her for worship sets. At church, I would just sing other songs that I maybe just want to have a little sing, and then I also would write some of the songs here. Which is kind of like scary because when you're writing something or doing something at first, at least for me, I don't want anyone to see that. I'm like, oh my days, this is so vulnerable. And so I would literally just like quietly, I would mute the piano and I would just like play it really, really quietly and sing really quietly so that nobody's like hearing my idea or whatever. What if it's like bad? One thing I've learned about creativity is that, again, and maybe also being an external processor and being inspired externally, the sound and the sacredness of the space is a massive inspiration because I can just come here and the piano just sounds good already. And so the sound therefore just comes so naturally and so you just enjoy it. And so when you enjoy it, you are then enjoying what you're creating. Having that space that's, dedicated, inspiring, beautiful, there's a lot of art here. So like all of your senses almost are being engaged. And then as you step into sort of just writing and creating, all of that just helps and it joins with you in helping you make that process easier. And then another thing that I think I always wanted to have was a circle of other artists around me and other people sort of going on a similar journey and doing a similar thing. And actually this year has been really beautiful in the way that there have been quite a few friends, artist type of friends, who have gone on a limb and went, we're going to trust God with the talent that He's given us. Other people are going for it. I think it's time. I think if God is speaking to these other people, I think it's time to go and move and trust Him. And actually, I'm not going to be by myself in this journey. We can chat. We can, sort of, how's it going for you? What have you done? What has been the hard thing? You can then sort of help each other out. And partly, my songwriting journey has also been working with one of my friends, John Martin. I remember I would just, again, a melody come, words would come, and I would quietly just record it on my phone and just have something really, not even in the key, maybe sometimes, just like a really, really rough demo. And I would send it to John, and I'd be like, this is what I'm feeling. This is what the sort of vibe is about. This, these are the words. you can hear what I'm singing, sort of key. What do you think? What do you hear? What can you make out of it? And then he would just send me stuff, and I'd be like, how did you hear what I heard? How did you, from what I'm telling you, like, when that just comes together, that's why you kind of need those communities of craftsmanship. So I love that, but I also love the connection that you get with people when you're singing something, and whether it's the music of it, the sound of it just pierces their heart, or whether it is the words and the way they are portrayed. It's wonderful. I had it in this room where my CEO was in here, and I did a little concert in here with a colleague. And then I chose to do a church song. So I did some other songs, and then I chose to do a church song, and just people were sitting in tears. And a CEO, like a noble, wonderful guy, I love him so much. He was sitting sort of like trying to compose himself, because it just pierces your heart, and that's what art does in many ways. And so one of the reasons why I love performing and singing is of that connection of what art does to people. It's like when you look at a painting, there's no one sort of, it's done, it's been already done, but it still connects you and it still pierces you. But that's in the moment, just, yeah, love it.
Still There's no shadow